Hey guys, welcome to Driving Dépor Forward. There really hasn't been much time in between where we were last. We are the game afterwards, literally, and we're hoping to get a point against the team in second place in order to secure the championship. Little bit of a sort of a squad note. Um, I think we've now got Ferry was already on a long contract, but we've got Kortinovis and Jens on slightly longer contracts. They've signed a year extension to what they were already on, just because there was a little bit of interest in both of them. So we raised their kind of release clauses, and then we have offered, and I think this is good business, but I mean, you can say in the comments if you don't think it is. Jamie Hamilton, um, I've sort of submitted bid. How much did I pay? 600k for a player like this. I want him to improve in his anticipation and stuff, but 26 in his prime, I can train him as a defensive midfielder um, if he doesn't do that well. But I think at that price, he's worth up to 1.4 million. So I think a sensible buy. He had such an improvement in his stats, but the marking's gone back down to what it was before. But if we can get those up to sort of the 14, really good player on low wages, willing to be a little bit of a squad player, and I see him starting unless we can get some fantastic loans in now that we are hoping to go into the division above. But that's a sort of 1 year contract with the option for another. And Dor, I couldn't get him to sign a identical deal. Um, his wage demands were a lot higher being a forward. Although he is on, so we're paying him about the same that he's on, about sort of 7.5, I think. We've got him for a year. Again, he's happy to be a squad player. But the bid we've put in for him is 250k. So I just think he's such a fun player with those physicals. Someone who, when we've thrown him on, I mean, look at the goals he's got. He's only started 4 games. He's got 14 goals. It's something ridiculous like a goal every 45, 50 minutes. So I think that kind of form just deserves a shot. It says he's a good La Liga 2 player, so let's go with that, and we'll really see how he gets on in a division higher. But I like the dribbling, like the pace and the physicality. And if I show you the kind of team for today, we're going with the standard. We've got quite a few injuries really in somewhat of important positions. Yeah, our wingers are out, although these guys have stepped up as good deputies. It's Alaza, although he's got fantastic creative stats. I just worry about his kind of physicals. Not that that's super important at this level, but yeah. Glad to have Jens back as well, marshalling the defense. Again, the only thing I think he lacks is his anticipation. Otherwise, he'd be an absolute stalwart at this level. But let's go. We are the midday kickoff. We really want to get a point here to secure the league. And yeah, everyone looks positive. We've given them another team meeting to say, guys, come on, let's do this. Look at our form. We just won so many in a row, and then we lost it with the most unbelievable swing in XG. We were so dominant. So what did we say last time? We kind of, I think, settled on saying the media have given you a lot of credit and underplaying it. So I want to say the title is ours. So they gain confidence. Um, we want Ferry to get involved. I have faith. He seems pleased. So let's go with that. Everyone's looking composed. And yeah. So, oh, I'm thinking of another team, but some of the B teams halfway through the season, they can almost be a different team if the A team, as it were, decides to loan someone out. Their team can totally change. And Sporting, which I kind of mistook for Leonesa temporarily, they had this real superstar striker called Marcos, and he went up for loan, and I almost kind of got him in on loan in order to stick him in my under 19s or something to take him away from them. But he ended up going on loan. Ferry with the ball, and it's offside. But at least we're creating chances today. Well, not that we weren't in the other one, they just weren't being tucked away. Let's see how close that was. It's got to be. Oh, it's not so close, is it? He's in front of the defenders. But yeah, anyway, the headline from what I was saying is that they basically loaned out their best player and stopped being one of our direct rivals, which was very strange. But I suppose the AI doesn't quite work like that. But we're on top here, but We haven't really created much. They might get a counter attack here, or we can smother them. Oh, their player's free on the wing. That's what I don't quite like about pressing this much. If players don't have really high anticipation, concentration, and we give away a penalty. Oh dear. I think the thing that's making me anxious is that we're not playing well in these crunch games after being brilliant all season. We could end up losing two on the bounce, and that will concern me for next season. It really would. Well, it's not to say we haven't created anything. Don't need to watch the replay of that, do we? I mean, all they've done is the pen. That's it. That's it. We can win the ball high up the pitch here. We're going to get this a header. Jens wins it, and Javi Alonso is on the break. Ferry, Cortinovis. Is a free ball open? It is. Ferry. Oh, it's a great finish. Lovely use of the instep there. Kind of curls it round the keeper with a first time finish. Looks like we're back in our groove more now. Look at this drive from Javi Alonso. Like I always say, no, not that one. Imagine icon Alonso in the midfield. That's lovely. Animations from both players, really good there. That has really stepped up in this FM, albeit it's the only thing that's really improved. But I tend to play these games in 2 year cycles. You know, in terms of the style of play, I like to take a team from bottom to the top. Um, we've been controlling possession, which is good. God, Olas is having a bit of a mare, but I don't really have anyone else to bring on. We're going to tell him to calm down uh, in order to get another yellow. Just as I said at the beginning, really, great technical player, but I think he's just lost that edge. And with us going into the division higher next year, we just can't really deal with that lack of pace and physicality. On the other hand, if I show you De Winter, I'm hoping when we get promoted, we can put in a bid for him because he's been really, really good. Solved a bit of a right back issue, to be honest. That's good for Malasa. I think we're still on that boring initial highlight that comes to nothing, but I don't know. I feel like I went to key highlights and I kind of jinxed it really. So I like to at least be on extended. As Hamilton picks up the ball here, plays it across the defence, and it's Javi Alonso on a yellow card concerningly, but he pops the ball around in midfield. Look how high our left wing back is. Can Hamilton find him with the long ball? No, Javi Alonso opts to take the other wing, but it's Cortinovis who finds that flank now. Mayer driving inside. Come on, Hamilton, execute that ball out wide. It's completely open. But we're persevering through the middle here. There's an overload now. Ferries through. Is he going to get the goal? Oh, it's the inside of the post. How close can you get? Almost an identical through ball a couple of minutes later comes to nothing. And we'll see where Lazar lacks the pace now, that's for sure. Look at him, he's been left in the wake of the winger there. Our wingers are playing better now. Fulham not having a great game. We've got a corner now, and we're dominant from these positions. This is where Lazar comes into his own. Oh, and it drops in the middle of the 6 yard box, and no one's there. Maya crosses it. Oh, they clear it well, and they're on the counter attack. Would love us to pick something up here, sort of the counter press, but they keep the ball well. Hopefully we can pick this up. Oh, cool header from Alasa there. Plenty of time to do something like that. And this is where he's much better with the ball at his feet. Maya, oh, that's a great ball to Cortinovis and loads of space. Diego Gomez, good dribbling, but not great finishing. I'm going to make some subs now, freshen things up a little bit. I'm going to bring on Serrano for Alonso and um, I thought we had our young defensive midfielder. Must be injured, or maybe I haven't picked him. Mm-mm-mm. I think I'll just keep it as it is in terms of the yellow card. Just don't want to risk anything. especially when they're sort of looks like they've been hitting us on the counter attack. Their DMs are so deep though. Maybe that's why they've been so solid defensively. We get another corner chance here. Come on, let's make something of this. Oh, really poor corner again. A full high with the strike. I'm just going to check actually without pausing what's happening on our corners. Are they just being mishit? Are you going to let me click on that or not? Apparently not. Finally. So on the attacking. What's our person doing? Near post, near post. Yeah, it's just not being accurate at all, is he? We're going to pick the ball up here. Yes, great tenacity from Gomez. He's really improved some of his stats this season. Started off as a real bit part player, but has come into it through injuries and other things. Ferry, Mayer, full house, a lovely ball over the top. Kortanovis so often slots that into the side netting, but not to be there. Oh, and that's why we brought on Serrano. Something like that worries us less. And they're going to pick it up, are they? Yeah, they retain the ball. Oh, it's a lovely ball from them through to their striker. And who gets back? De Winter. I was singing his praises, wasn't I? Right, we're going to give Endure a chance now. And we're going to bring on Vélez. He can't play on the wing, but look at his like finishing and stuff like that. Swap Mayer. Play this guy as an inside forward on attack. And they have an offside. I'm not going to go sort of more attacking really because the draw does give us the title against the team in second, but it would be nice to win, wouldn't it? Jens driving forward here. Serrano. That's a pretty hopeless ball, but Endor with his physicality wins it back. Kortanovis. And it's a wayward strike. It really is. And they pick up a corner here. Got players on the posts and mix of zonal and man marking, so hopefully this we can defend this well. Suarez claims it. Go on, throw it out wide. Let's build up from our fullbacks. It goes to a centre back instead, Jens, who puts his foot on the ball, finds our playmaker, and now we can build. Interesting ball from Serrano. It's a door through. Is he going to smash it at the back of the net? And it's an incredible save by their goalkeeper. Looks like they've gone with 5 at the back now. Can we pick up something from this corner, maybe? No, it's straight at the keeper. He's so poor with those corners. That's maybe why he's got such a bad rating. Just wasteful with them. And that and the yellow card, I guess. We're losing out in the midfield battle here, but we do pick it up in the left back zone. Kortanovis is always free in that channel. Mayer driving out wide. Only Endure in the box though. And it's headaway. He's leaning back really. We're going to pick this ball up again. Here we are. And Dor gets intercepted and they pick the ball up. On our left back again. I don't know why I persevere with this high line with someone like him. Oh, it's an interesting outside of the shot finish. Let me just drop that back just a fraction. I think I'm being a little bit naive, to be honest. And we will tell this guy to just be a little bit more narrow. We'll see if that gives us a chance in the last few minutes. Nope. Looks like we are going to win the league with a little bit of a boring 1-1 draw after being amazing all season. We've kind of tailed off, I guess. Unless Endor has anything to say about that, but not even his pace is going to catch up to that. And there we go. Looks like we are champions. Fantastic. Really nice to see us win the league title. The fans are loving it on the big screen. So, I mean, the only reason we didn't win the last game is so we could do this at home, right, guys? There we go. Trophy pass to our captain, our goalkeeper. And then The crowd go wild. Where am I? Am I in this somewhere? Am I here at the side? In my suit, or are these the officials? I think that's supposed to be me, is it not? Yeah, look at the fireworks. God, that's unbelievable graphics, isn't it? Why aren't I trophy aloft? I guess that was me, wasn't it? But we're waving at the fans now. Wasn't pretty at the end, but somewhat of a solid performance. Gives us the victory. Well done, lads. We've sealed the title. Don't know why some of them are losing focus. I'll say, I thought you did well. They've just lost focus. Great. Okay, you win the title, and that's how you react. What on earth? What on earth? Maybe they know they're on their way out next season, but I'll take you through to the budget. Sometimes you get a bit of an insight in terms of the budgets. Lyonnaise has secured their playoff spot. I'll hold that. Our under, I mean, we don't really care about this. Under 19s are doing well. Look at them. They're top. They might get promoted next time. Right. This is the important one. Let's look at the budgets. Very similar. I was hoping for a little bit more. 11 million with 230k in the wages. We weren't spending anywhere near that anyway. The spirit has been praised by some former legends, and the border please, of course. Adley, Serrano, Ferry, a bunch of the players we signed are happy that we've got promoted. We're on schedule there with the supporters and board, and worryingly, people are looking at Cortinovis thinking they want to sign him. I'm glad I got him to sign a new contract, and some of the most important players, including our underperformance analyst, has been given some bonuses, but I'm glad our assistant manager has been given a bonus. Look at his stats. Absolutely, one of the best assistant managers I've ever had. He's just absolutely fantastic. Yeah, motivating adaptability, judging player ability, exactly what you'd want. But yes, I mean, Cortinovis is actually a player who I'm kind of looking to upgrade, which sounds insane if you look at his stats. Look at those 20 goals from midfield, but his stats aren't amazing. Maybe it's his player traits, maybe it's the kind of technique, composure, and places shots that gives him the goals above the kind of 10 finishing. And he's not slow. And I suppose look at his pros in terms of, I mean, apparently he's a decent La Liga player. Let's look at him in the Mazzala role then. So dribbling, passing, technique, off the ball, vision, work rate, and acceleration. Yeah, and good decisions. Okay, he's kind of like the whole package in terms of the consistency, um, professional personality, okay stats. It's just everything coming together. So I was about to say, like, if they came in with a ridiculous offer, now he's on a slightly longer contract. But in saying that, I'm an idiot. He's got a minimum fit release scores of 2.5 million. So what can you do? But that's it, guys. That's the end of the season. I don't think I'll do another episode. I could quickly show you the table next season, but we've won it by a canter. The top three players, I mean, you look at the average rating, it's essentially all our team, really. We'll scout these guys though, just to see if there's any amazing players we're missing out on. We've already got this guy scouted, I think. Um, Not interested in a transfer. Well, we'll see when we get in the division above you, son. What you think? But yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys, and hopefully see you in the next season. Hey guys, just a quick end to the video then. In terms of the end of the season, we have finished the season and we are presented with our sort of final report. In terms of the players we brought in, wasn't Alessandro Cortinovis a real superstar for us? Only came in for about half a million, got 21 goals, but had to pay him another 20 G's because he beat his sort of goal target. So that was a really pleasing signing. Jens, really fantastic stuff. His anticipation's gone up, which was a little bit of a weakness of his. So him on the cover role really suits our team. So pleased with that. Nacho Ferry, I'm slightly disappointed with this guy. Now that sounds bad after he scored 22 goals, but I thought he would absolutely tear this division apart. He has been great, and I sort of want to see how he's going to do next season in a high division. But let's hope he can go from strength to strength. But he's had good all-round play, hasn't he? To be fair to him, 3 assists as well. And Dor, in terms of goals per minute, is absolutely ridiculous. This guy's only got about sort of 4 starts or something, and he's done really well. You can see he's actually joining us, as is Jamie Hamilton. Um, really sort of good backup players, I think, in the division above. Mamadou Cisse is just a fantastic player for this level, and I hope he continues to improve. Hopefully, he has another star's worth of improvement there. Adley was a fantastic player, but he's just been a little bit injured recently, so he's going to be fighting fit next season. Coney De Winter, we hope to sign this guy. He refuses to join us until we get promoted, but we've been promoted, so let's see how that goes. And Bernardo Fol has been really good. I really like this guy as a player. I hope to sign him as well, really, at least on loan. And yeah, apart from that, sort of Javi Alonso, very solid defensive mid, and um, this is a player I'm not sure what to do with. So he kind of came into his own a little bit towards the end of the season, but you can see his average rating isn't great, and we have an option of about 3.5 million on him. Now his stats look unbelievable, really, but I don't know. You'll see when we buy him, if we buy him in the future. Disappointments. Storback was supposed to be this young player, but he hasn't really performed too well for us. So you'll see if he's still here next season. And yeah, what's this? Is this the Copa del Rey where we lost in the first game? So we'll gloss over that. Biggest win, first game of the season, wasn't it? Endor scoring 5 goals, which was absolutely incredible. Um, Match to remember, apparently a 3-1 win in the sort of spring against Mirandes. That always has a bit of significance for us because we've almost joined them twice. But apparently the goal of the season was Cortinovis. I'm pretty sure this was a live game. I described this goal as a bit of a thunder bastard. Reminds me of a goal that Ronaldinho scored back in the day. Let's hope it's the goal I'm thinking of. Cortinovis gets it and absolutely wallops it in off the bar. Love it when it goes in off the bar like that. So that was a wonderful finish. One of the things I want them to add actually is the ability to just kind of manipulate the camera and look at the goal from a bunch of different angles. That'd be really cool. I know we can manipulate the camera, but I want like a truly free way of doing it. That would be so cool. Onto the finances. I mean, yikes, because we got relegated. Everything's gone down, but we hope it goes up. And this is how we lined up. This was really the team. I put Adley in here until he got injured, um, but this really was the team that we played almost all season. Let's see what the fans think. So, fans player of the season was Gordanovis, of course, but Nacho Ferry getting young player of the season, 23 years old. Signing, goal, Gordanovis, top scorer, assists, Cisse, 14 assists. That's a terrific return. And Jamie Hamilton, the pass master from the back. But it's good to see Endor setting some records there. And Bray Suarez, to be fair to him, has improved a lot. In the last game, even Garcia, a young player, scored a fantastic goal, which was great. I'll show you that goal actually because it really was good. Um, and yeah, it was a superb season apparently, according to Majidal, whoever that is. Let me show you the goal from the last game. So there's our sort of run to the end of the season. This is where we won the league here, and you can see like we went on an absolutely terrific run. We really did. And I'll show you Garcia's goal because it is wonderful. Um, it's almost debatable whether it actually goes in the way it bounces off the bar, but really, really good stuff here. You can see that Cortinovis picks it up. Garcia drives inside and from a narrow angle. Look at that. It does hit the side netting over here, but maybe one to watch for the future, actually, even Garcia. Good pace, dribbling and passing. Kind of all you need in that position for us. We just play him as a traditional winger, which will be fantastic. So I'll show you the table at the end of the season. They're still doing the playoffs and stuff, but look at that, 97 points. Cortinovis, player of the season there. Cisse almost winning the assists. Um, and Kortanovis up there with the player of the match. Who's this chap? I think we've scouted him, haven't we? Uh, we'll scout him because he's done so well. Let's look at the XG table, and yeah, we definitely deserved to win that, didn't we? Um, Lyonnaise are punching above the weight, but they are still ahead of the teams around them. Let's just check the news articles. Nothing too new. And yeah, thanks for tuning into this season, guys. I hope it was entertaining. And I'll see you now in what's the? I think it's sponsored by Santander or one of their bank accounts now, isn't it? It is called La Liga Smart Bank, which is essentially the Championship of Spain. So you can see who we might be going up against, some big teams. So yeah, brilliant, guys. I'll see you in the next season.